Hey YouTube, good morning. If it's morning, you might be watching this at night. You can watch it whenever you want, I don't mind. But today's word is teeming. Conjures up some funny images, does teeming. It makes me think of worms, like bum worms, or head lice. But here's what I've drawn.
For today I'm going to draw a flea because the word teeming to me reminds me of like teeming with head lice or fleas, like a mangy old dog from Belfast. I mean, I moved to Belfast once for about 6 months, and the one takeaway I got from there was that there's a lot of dog shit on the streets because there's stray dogs. You don't get stray dogs around here anymore. My mum tells me that when she were a kid there were stray dogs all the time and they used to go around like packs, and I never really believed it because there isn't now, so you know, I've got no reference for it. Moved to Belfast and it's still going on, still stray dogs everywhere and dog shit on every corner and white dog shit that you don't see anymore, but they have it over in Belfast. They've got it all. Not that Belfast's a bad place, you know, it's just the one takeaway I've got. There's dog shit everywhere. But yeah, I'm going to be drawing a flea, and fleas, there's two things to me when I think of fleas. There's the actual flea that I'm drawing, and there's Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. So I'll take a minute talking about him because he's weird. Like, what a strange man. He's probably in his 50s now. I haven't done my research, and I'm not gonna, because I'm not interested. I don't care how old he is, but to me he's either in his late 40s or his early 50s, and by now he should have grown up a little bit. He still plays gigs with his shirt off, and he moshes with his head and plays slap bass for a funk rock band. Strange, but yeah, Flea, there's a man who needs to grow up. So that's my advice on Flea, is if you want to listen to an immature man playing bass that's like a cheap Seinfeld knockoff, then go for it. Listen to Red Hot Chili Peppers, but most of you won't want to do that, so don't bother. So the actual flea, the animal, the flea. To me, this is an animal that I don't see a point in it. Like mosquitoes, I don't see the point. They don't look nice. Close up, they look like the District 9 prawns on that. You know, I'm gonna shoot that fucking prawn. Those things. But what's the point? Like, oh yeah, we jump up on stuff. Why? We jump up on it so that we can bite it and suck its blood. Why? Why would you want to do that? Oh, it's how we live. Yeah, but could you not do something else? Could you not, like, eat stuff? Like eat an insect, kill it and eat it rather than sucking its blood? That's a bit evil. Oh, you think that's evil? Have you heard of the plague? Yeah, we passed that around a fair bit. Oh, have you got any good qualities, Flea? We can jump high. Yeah, but it's not high relative to me. I can probably jump higher than you. Yeah, but if we were the size of you, but you're not the size of me, are you? So, sorry, you know, we don't have a jumping competition and say, yeah, it's relative to size, because if that were the case, dwarves would be winning in Olympics all the time. Jumping high is their best quality, but it's not that good a quality, because like I can jump higher than a flea, probably. Like maybe I can't jump higher than a flea, but you know, I can jump like maybe 3 feet, 2-3 feet, and that's without properly trying. You know, if I trained up and give it a good running jump, I could probably clear 4 feet. You know, I'm not putting any money on it because I haven't jumped high in 20 years, but I'll have jumped. I could probably jump higher than a flea. I'm gonna go out there and say I could probably jump higher than a flea. But then you hear people go, oh no, but it's if he's the size of you. Right, well, if he were the size of me, yeah, of course he could jump higher than me, because he's got legs that are made out of elastic bands that can shoot him up into air. He can jump over Eiffel Tower. Can he really? I'm so proud of him. But the Olympics don't work like that, do they? You know, you don't go into a competition and say you've got one 6'5" bloke doing high jump, and then you've got a 3 foot small person wanting to do the same high jump. The judge don't go, oh well, he's 3 foot high, so he gets a bonus, because if he was as tall as the 6'5" guy, he'd be able to jump higher. It don't work like that. You know, the height's the target. You jump over this height and then you can win. If you can't do it, you're out. They're the rules. So fleas, you know, even if you are as big as me, you're not included in our games. You can't take part. And then there's all the Black Plague business. What was that about? Like, how evil is that? Passing book onto rats as well. Like, back then they were all like, oh, it's the rats, the bloody rats, you know, they must be biting us and giving us the plague, and it's horrible. It's not the rats, it's the fleas on the rats. Like, don't shoot the messenger. It's the fleas, the little bad buggers. We used to have a cat who hated me. She absolutely hated me, and she ended up going a bit feral. She wouldn't come in anymore, and then after a while we stopped seeing her. She just don't come back anymore, unfortunately. But when she did come back, she were always covered in fleas, so we'd always like try and deflea her. But she'd come back and she'd be covered again in fleas. And I remember one time she'd got one in my bed, and it ate the shit out of my legs. I remember waking up and my legs were like spotty from what do you call it? Super Ted. Oh man, bitten to shit. The bad buggers, aren't they? Fleas. Like, what's the point? I don't see the point in fleas. I'm sure that they have a lovely time, and you know, they enjoy being dormant until a host walks by, so that they can jump on it and suck its blood until they engorge themselves. It sounds like a baddie from a Studio Ghibli film or something. Like, it sounds ridiculous. Like, ticks are even worse, because you see them and they get fat. Like, oh god, look at it, it's just hanging off. It's all fat and wobbly. Like, ugh, it's disgusting.
Thanks very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you're still enjoying them. Let me know in the feedback, the comments down below, if you're liking it, and if there's anything you'd like to see change, like, I don't know, a different setting or different drawings or different face, whatever. Let me know. Thank you. Bye.